How's it going, guys? My name is TJP. Welcome to the first Madden NFL 25 franchise video on the channel. Now, I was just taking a look at the UI. They overhauled this thing. Looks very different. Okay. Well, anyways, we're going to get on into it. Should be fun. The way we do these videos on the channel is we do all 32 teams. Doesn't matter the record, but we do it based on the standings. Okay? So where you finished, and then if you're in the postseason, depending where you get eliminated in the postseason, right? The playoffs. So we're doing all 32 teams in order, alternating between the NFC and the AFC. Should be fun. That's how we're doing it. And yeah, I don't know how many seasons we're going to do yet. Either 4 or 5. We'll see how I feel. Whichever I decide to do, that's what's going to be the consistent going forward. Injuries are on, and can't stress enough. It is a video game. It's not meant to be realistic. We're just here to have fun. Okay, we might make some trades that may be unrealistic or signings. Again, we're just trying to see. Now, obviously, the goal is the Super Bowl, but not every team can win one. But we're gonna see how well we do. So, leave a like, subscribe, and join the content. Comment down below some more video ideas. We've got our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description. If you could contact PDJP. With that being said, let's get on to the gameplay. All right, so to start off here, let's just take a look at the roster. Yeah, as you can see, there's definitely an interesting look to this. This layout. And by the way, yes, if I mispronounce these names, I mispronounce these names. That might happen too. All right, just let it go. But let's try to go by position. So, for some reason, I don't know why that is. Is that supposed to be like that, where his head's off the screen? I don't think so. That feels really high. Maybe that's just his picture though. Yeah, Bryce Young's very zoomed in. Yeah, okay. I think it's just his picture. But yeah, Hubbard, Brooks, Sanders, top 3 halfbacks. I don't have any fullbacks. Adam Thielen's gonna be your wide receiver. We got Deontay Johnson, Xavier Leggett. So top 3 guys. Also Marshall Jr.'s down there. Jonathan Mingo, Ian Thomas, as well as Tommy Tremble. Your top 2 tight ends. Guanu is gonna be your left tackle. Yash is hurt. We got Damian Lewis, Brady Christensen, Austin Corbett, your top center. Hunt's going to be our right guard. Right tackle, Taylor. We got Ricky Lee and Badara. We got Ashawn Robinson, he's the left end. Okay. Derek Brown, best guy. We've also got Jaden backing him up, DJ. There's Tootle, Shy. I like that name, Shy. Very nice name. Yeah, Shy and Thurman are top 2, only 2 defensive tackles. Left outside linebacker, we had Jadeveon Clowney. Still kicking it. Shaq Thompson can be your middle linebacker, as well as Josie Jewell there. And then we've got DJ as our right outside linebacker. Corner, we've got J.C. Horn, Troy Hill, Dean Jackson, top 3 corners. 3 safeties going to be Xavier Woods, Nick Scott's up there too. Jordan Fuller, strong safety. And then Eddie and Johnny Hecker, kicking and punting. Of course, we have some picks here, nothing too crazy. But we're going to be pretty bad, I'd assume. I mean, might be bad. We had a couple extra second rounders. We're going to try to make some trades. At some point throughout the video, we'll make a couple trades here and there. We'll see what happens. Do we still have the team needs somewhere? Is it improved team? Yeah, okay, there we go. Improved team. Yeah, they definitely overhauled this a little bit. I kind of like it. Looks cleaner. We could use a defensive tackle. I mean, if there's anybody out there, I mean, we might want to sign. We could go with the Henry Anderson. He's a scheme fit. He's a free agent. I mean, again, he's here. Might as well just give him a cheap contract. He fits our scheme. Just a 1-year deal. He could help out the guys, be a little bit of a veteran. I do need a fullback, so I don't have one. I might as well go for like an Alex Arma Jr. just to have a fullback on the team. Why not, right? And again, that's just for 1 season. So, other than those moves, We could look to see if there's maybe a trade or something that we could make to try to get some additional draft capital. That would be the only thing I'd want to do. But other than that, maybe I'll change around the scheme. So that way we have some guys that are better fits for the team. I don't know what our scheme fit is. I'd have to look at the... And I don't know where it is. I'd have to look at where the playbooks are. So, yeah, there they are. Okay, schemes. So we'll just take a look what the fit's looking like with our playbook. We're at 85%, 81% base 3. So I'll see if there's a better one for us. I'll adjust. I'll see if we can make a trade. Just a small one. Maybe try to get an extra pick here and there. And we'll see what happens. Okay. Small trade here. Eku Leota going to the Bengals. We're just going to get a 7th round pick out of it. His cap hit is was like about 3-something million. So I just wanted to, clear that off a little bit. I know he's a younger-ish kind of player, but we have like 3 other guys ahead of him, so just figured you're not going to get much playing time on my team. Not going to get much playing time probably on the Bengals either, but that's probably the only move I'm going to make for now. I'm going to simulate a little bit. We'll get to scouting. I need to load the draft class in, and I'll see you guys once I have an update for you. All right, so a couple issues I've already noticed, and I was researching this. So a couple people seem to be having issues with importing draft classes, which is annoying because I downloaded a bunch of draft classes because I was like, oh, I'm going to have the 2025 class, 2026, 2027. Doesn't work. So, yeah. At least I have a 2025 one, so hopefully they fix that at some point. I mean, I could try to look and see, but right now we're at the middle of the season. We're 2-5 right now. I sent them to the midway point because I expected us to be not very good. So let's just take a look here at the standings first. I gotta get used to this UI, man. All right, we are in the NFC South, and as you can see, we're 2-5. Falcons 2-5. Buccaneers 3-4. Honestly, we're in a very weak conference division, more so. 3-4 the Saints are. I mean, we have a shot. We still have a shot to win somehow, some way. So if we look at the stats, let's just take a look here. Bryce Young has not been great. 7 TDs, 8 interceptions, 65% completion percentage. We got to fix that. 80.7 passer rating is abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. Rushing, Hubbard's been solid. I guess 369, 2 TDs, 133 and 3 from Young. Brooks, yeah, need a little bit more out of you guys. Need a little bit more receiving wise. Adam Thielen, top receiver, 393, 3 TDs, 340 and 1 from Ian Thomas, 265 and 1 from Deontay Johnson. Blocking wise, we look at sacks allowed, just 10 as a team. Corbett Lewis with 4 apiece, and Ikwonu with 2. How about defensively? Shaq Thompson, 50 tackles. Jalen Clowney with 35-34 from Horn so far. Hill with 31-30 from Jewell. And if we look at sacks, 4.5 from Clowney, 4 from Brown, and then a few guys with 1, a few guys with half sack. Just 3 interceptions as a team. Jamie Robinson with 2, 1 from Joseph Jewell. Kicking, Eddie's Pinero's 5 of 9, 59%, 55% is not very good. And then Johnny Hecker's punting as well. And then just a kick return and punt return. So, all right. And then team-wise, on offense, it said we were 17th in terms of total yards. And I don't know where we'd be in terms of total offensive yards. But probably total yards gained. Total offensive yards, we're going to be kind of like middle-ish. I mean, passing yards. I mean, I'm sure there's a better way I can see this instead of looking at it like this. So I'm going to not look at it like that because I honestly don't like looking at it like that. But we're 17th in terms of offensive yards. Defensive yards, we're 24th. That's really all you need to know, and that we're 2-5. So that's not really going to help. Now let's take a look here. Maybe we can make a couple moves. We could try to see what's out there, try to make another trade or something, whether that be to get picks or, use said picks to try to upgrade a position. So let's see what's out there. Maybe somebody's selling. See if we can acquire maybe a corner. We do need defense, so maybe a corner wouldn't be too bad. Away Shy and a second-round pick this year to the Texans to get Fatu Kasi, upgrade at that defensive tackle position, as well as a fourth-round pick 2025 this year, fourth-round pick in 2026, and a fifth-rounder in 2027. All right, I traded away Nijman, Christensen, and a third-round pick to the Cowboys for Maris and Willetsko. I probably shouldn't have thrown the third-round pick in there, but we're getting Maris, a young guy. Give him Nijman, not really a scheme fit. Christensen's expiring. And, yeah, Willetsko's a left tackle just to, have a backup. All right, I guess that's fine. I don't know if we have any guys that we can maybe sign for agency just to kind of boost the team up this rest of the season. Let me take a look here at the team needs just to see if there's anybody that would be willing to come for the rest of the season if I go to the improved team functionality, because I think we need another. I think we're gonna maybe want another. Is there a left guard out there we can get? Not quite. All right. I think we're fine. I think we're just gonna rock it out with the rest of the season. I mean, obviously we're 2-5. We have a chance to maybe win. In terms of negotiations, we have some guys that are up for contracts. Looks like Deontay Johnson's really not interested. Fuller is, so we can maybe get these guys on the cheap. Kasi would be interested, so try to start some negotiations to some of these guys, see if we can keep them around. And we're going to have a lot of money in free agency, so that should be good. We got some guys with options, too, so that's also fantastic. So, we ended up going 7-10, which is a big improvement over the 2-15 in real life. So, in terms of the playoff bracket, we are not there this year, but that's all right. Something to build upon. There's something to build upon here. Now, let's go to the team. And by team, I mean I want to look at the stats. Where do I go for that? I don't even know where to go. Where do I go? Is it news? Is it league? Yeah, there we go, league. Okay. You gotta get used to the new UI. I'm sorry. So, yeah, Bryce Young, 22 TDs, for a better second half of the year, 3,046 yards. Still not great, but there's some promise. They don't show the overall, do they? I don't see it anywhere here. It's kind of weird that they don't, but all right. But yeah, Hubbard, 590, 5 TDs, 574, and 8 from Brooks. So both of them were pretty solid. Even Young got a little bit of rush in. Thielen, 99, 8 TDs, 798, and 6. Xavier, Get, 41 and 2 from him. 390 and 1 from Ian Thomas. Tremble, 363 and 4 as well. Sacks allowed. A couple guys with 8 here, Lewis and Equoni, but they played the most downs. Makes sense. Although Corbett was solid. Taylor, and then Ricky Lee. All right. Shout out to Hunt for not allowing a sack. Shaq Thompson, 124 tackles for the guy. Congrats, man. 80 from Clowney. Horn with 78. 67 from Fuller. 66 from Brown. 64 from Troy Hill, which is cool to see. I see 12.5 sacks there from Derek Brown. 12 from Clowney. Shaq Thompson, 2.5, 2 from Jaden. All right, got your interception leaders. 3 from Hill. A couple guys with 2 here. And then a bunch of guys with 1 interception. And then kicking, punting, kick return, and punt return. Now, I want to see the team stats, if there's a better way I can see this. I wish they would give you, like, a number, Yeah, I mean, we're near the bottom in offensive yards. Defensive yards. Total yards allowed. Let's just see. Yeah, total yards allowed, kind of just to see where we were. Where were the Panthers? Right around here. I mean, not too bad. There's got to be a better way. Where can I see what I want to see? I guess I could look at it from here, right? Yeah, I guess that's fine. I mean, my team rankings, offensive points per game, 23rd, 17th passing yards, 20th in rush yards, 14th in defensive points, pass yards, 23rd, and we didn't do well against the rush per game. Okay. Well, nevertheless, we signed a practice player. Yeah, well, no. Chandler Wooden got signed, but that's fine. By the 49ers. So we're just going to advance, I guess, on to the end of the season. I will say this. The sim is very fast. Very fast. So that is one good thing. They said it would be fast, and it is. It's very fast. So congrats to EA for getting something right. All right, we're going to sim to the, I guess, end of the season. We'll take a look here at who wins the Super Bowl. We'll look at some of the awards. Because I want to see the Super Bowl recap screen if they change that up or not. Let's view it. Okay, season recap is pretty much the same. Okay, so Lions ended up winning. Okay, good for them. Jared Goff was the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes was the NFL MVP. Nick Sirianni, Coach of the Year. Patrick Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Max Crosby. Caleb Williams, Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then Defensive Rookie of the Year was Braden Fisk. So, Chiefs, Eagles, Chiefs, Raiders, Bears, and Rams. And yeah, Detroit got their first Super Bowl. Congrats to them. All right, send on the Awesome. All right, let's take a look here at the negotiations for guys that want to re-sign. So, obviously, anybody that has an option, 5th year, we're going to probably take him on. Yeah, Johnson wants a lot of money. I mean, if I sign him, he'd be a trade target. So I guess I'll throw him a contract if he wants to come or stay. I'll throw him like 6.5. I'll give you 4 years on it. And if you want to, test, so let him test. So I'm not gonna franchise tag him. Shaq Thompson, I'll re-sign him. So yeah, let me get to re-signing. I'll show you guys who we keep and who's gonna be testing. Then we'll go on a free agency and try to add some more talent to the team, as well as also the draft. Maybe we can draft like a couple young guys. Let these guys kind of just test. I mean, with $37 million, not a lot of cap. We could also do restructurings, which is something that could be of my benefit, but I don't know if I want to overdo it. Sometimes I get a little bit testy with it, but for those that don't know what I'm talking about, go to team salaries, right? And we look here at the team. Does it let you restructure contracts? Yep, there you go. So someone like Robert Hunt, for example, who's making a crap ton of money, what we could do is we could maybe say, hey, I want to free up a little bit of our money, so let's free up some money this year, restructure, and then we just add some more money between his other years. So I think I'll do that for a couple guys. Just a few, just to maybe give myself some extra leeway in free agency. Yeah, we'll do it to Shaq Thompson, even though we just re-signed you. And we'll do it to Iquanu as well. All right. I'm not going to do too many, but yeah, just to give us a little bit more cap room to play around with. And yeah, that's pretty much what we've got. So we're going to advance on to free agency and see who we can pick up. All right, so let's view free agency recap. So we actually I feel like we did a pretty solid job. So my signings. So we ended up getting Roswell Douglas, Elijah Mitchell's coming into the team. We got Reggie Gilliam, fullback, Rondell Moore, Greg Gaines, defensive tackle. We needed one. We got Noah Gray, Braxton Berrios, wide receiver. We got Brian Allen, Kavon Wallace, and then Jake Browning on the QB. So overall, I feel like we did okay. I mean, it wasn't an amazing class of free agents. Nobody groundbreaking. So we're just gonna go to the draft here and see who we can take with our first round pick. I'll show you guys what pick that will be. and what we need. Other than that, that would be pretty much about the only thing I make in terms of the draft. So we're just going to start drafting and see who we can get. Let's see this. Ooh, nice little video there. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff, EA. Alright, so where's our pick? We're pick 9. So we're just going to skip ahead to our pick here. And we got 2 minutes and to make a selection. So let's take a look here and see what we need. If there's anybody out there we can get for like Mikhail Williams for left outside linebacker. We've got Nelson Allen. We have David Looker, right tackle. A lot of guys for the lines. Benson, DJ Benson is here. Do we have team needs? Where can I see team needs? Can I pause the draft? Oh, okay, I can pause the draft. Okay. So where are team needs? Let's go to Magistat franchise. So if we go to the NFL roster, traits, a depth chart, just lineup, I guess depth chart maybe. We could just look there and see what we want. Just gonna look here. I feel like we're good on. I mean, left tackle, I feel like we're fine. What's our right tackle looking like? I guess we'll look here. Right guard, right tackle. I mean, Taylor. Yeah, I think we go for. Maybe I have to go for a right tackle here in our first pick. So, because we don't have anybody that can really back him up. We are kind of weak though on right outside linebacker too. So we could either do that, a right outside linebacker, or a right tackle. So let's make my selection. We're going to take... We'll take Looker out of North Carolina. Or do I want to go with Rashard Webb? We're gonna go with David Looker. We're gonna pick him. And all right. We drafted him at number 9, B-. Not good. Not a good pick. Draft recap. We're going to view the contract details, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, we got Looker. We got Gordon Clifford, Wilbur, Price, Nicholas Kelly. You know, some guys here. You get to see all the players. Not too bad with our incoming class. 73 overall. I mean, it's fine. He's a backup. We'll see what happens as he develops. It's all good. So, yeah, we're just going to, I guess, advance on to the start of the next season. All right, let's take a look at the roster. I definitely think the simming is a lot faster. Our QBs, obviously Bryce Young's up to a 76. We got Brooks, Mitchell, and Blackshear as your halfbacks. Fullback, Reggie Gilliam. We got Thielen, Moore, and Xavier Legette, our top 3 wide receivers. Adam Thielen's getting up there in age, but granted, Braxton Barris, you signed him, so who knows. Mingo could also do something good. Gray and Sanders, your tight ends. Cam Kwanu, left tackle. We've got Price and Lewis. So there's Lewis, there's Price, a guy we drafted. And we got Allen, Mays, and Andrew backing them up at the center. Robert Hunt's going to be our starting right guard. Right tackle still be Taylor, but Looker is, there, and he fits the scheme of the team, so that's good. Robinson and Galvin, your left ends. Right end still going to be Derek Brown. Fatu Kasi is hurt right now. So Greg Gaines, defensive tackle. Left outside linebacker Clowney and Johnson. Shaq Thompson's going to be your middle linebacker, as well as Joey Jewell, the top 2 guys. But also Trevin Wallace up to a 75, so that's good. You got DJ, he's your outside linebacker. There's Marist, he's up to a 72. And then Horn, Douglas, and Jackson are your 3 corners. 2 of them fit the scheme. Douglas doesn't, but it's a talent upgrade. There's your free safeties. So Clifford from Penn State He's going to be our starting free safety. Strong safety is going to be Jordan Fuller. We don't have a kicker. And a punter. So I'm going to sign a kicker. Didn't realize we didn't have a kicker. So let's go to free agency and get a kicker. All right. That's the first move of this. Cameron Dicker, the kicker. Why not? We'll sign you. Coming over. Cameron Dicker. Cameron Dicker, the kicker. Does that make us that much better? I don't know. Maybe. But I do think we had a solid year. So 7-10. There's some improvement there. I don't think we're in a very strong division. I mean, unless, you know, everybody somehow got magically better. I wouldn't put my money on it. In terms of trades, I'll look around and see if there's any moves I want to make. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to see you guys at the mid-season point, or if I want to make a trade before then. All right, so I'm trading away Taylor, Moton, and then a 4th-round pick this year, one of our 4th-round picks, to the Cardinals. We're going to get Cole Harmon Jr. as well as Keenan, who they just drafted, and a 6th-round pick this year, as well as a 7th-round pick in 2027. Expiring contract for Taylor. I don't know if we're going to re-sign him. I know he's 85 overall, pretty good, but we did draft our rookie. We'll let him try to, we'll try it out, right? Try it out. So why not? I don't mind it. I don't mind that at all. So yeah, they got. I'm giving up my elite right tackle, supposedly. So all right, let's advance on to the bye week, or whenever I see you guys. We need to see you guys again. Let's take a look here around the league, and what are we right now? 3-4. Okay, so we're 3-4. Not bad, not bad. Let's take a look at the standings really quickly. So we'll go around the league, look at the standings. So you can see who's really good. Bengals are undefeated right now. We're kind of middle-ish of the pack, but if we look at the NFC South, that's really all I'm concerned about. We're really a game behind the Buccaneers. I mean, every game is fairly important. You can see the points for, points allowed, or points against. Actually, this is a great place to see the points for, points allowed, so that's, I guess, kind of cool. Anyways, nevertheless, we're looking good. Let's take a look here at the stats so far on the season. Hopefully we can make the postseason or playoffs at some point, because I would love to hop on into a game, and it would be great just to watch. So Bryce Young's got to throw more TDs. I mean, if we're not getting much development out of him, I'm going to have to try to get a better QB. 1,408 yards, 4 TDs, 5 interceptions. I mean, it's just not looking great so far. So we're going to need a little bit more out of him. Brooks, 413, 4 TDs on the rush. Okay, Mitchell's been solid as well. Hardman Jr., who we got in the trade, he's got 362 yards. Lead the team. 346 from Rondell Moore, 1 TD, 339 and from Noah Gray. Thielen, 174 and 2 TDs. But again, part of it's Bryce Young can't throw the football, so that's probably why. You can see the sacks allowed. Lewis, 7 sacks allowed so far. That's a little too high. Then you got Equani. There's Looker. Looker's doing pretty good, actually. So I like that. David Looker, shout out to you. 47 tackles from Shaq Thompson. DJ, he's got 38, 33 from J.C. Horn, 29 from Josie Jewell. Sacks, 4.5 from Derek Brown. We got Wallace, Clowney, 2.5 apiece, 2 from DJ. Interception leaders just 3 so far. Thompson with 2, J.C. with 1. You got Cameron Dicker, the kicker, with the kicking, the punting, the kick return, and the punt return. I'm sorry if I touched my ear, by the way. I feel like it's clogged, but I don't know if it's clogged or not. Yeah, and then obviously, we'll take a look here at the actual. We'll just look at the stuff right here. We go back to the home. As you can see, we are 24th in opponents' points per game, or offensive points per game. 12th in pass yards, 18th in rush, 9th in opponents' points. So that's good. Patriots are 10th. 26 in the opposition point pass yards and opposition rush yards. We are 19th. So it looks like we have the advantage against the Patriots, so we should win this game, right? That's what the game is telling me. So let's see what happens the rest of the way. I don't know if we're going to make any trades. I could look around, but chances are this is going to kind of be the team. I'll see if there's anybody that we can maybe keep. Got 10 players up for contracts, negotiations. I definitely want to sign some of these guys right now, make sure they don't hit free agency, and then some of these guys can just walk. I kind of don't really care. So, yeah. Well, let's do it. Okay, so, an improvement. We went 9-8. You can see the rankings there, not too shabby. We had a good year. I'd say a better year. Did we make the playoffs? I don't see us, so no, we did not. Unfortunately. 9-8. But again, that is an improvement. So I think by our third season, maybe fourth season, we should be able to be, sniffing the playoffs. Yeah, Tampa Bay went 11-6, so that's, I guess they did get better. As you can see, we only were 9-8. Didn't get in the NFC, unfortunately. Just missed out. We were right there. Just needed a wild card, but couldn't get it, unfortunately. So, not bad though. Not bad. And the guy's gonna get developed. We're gonna get some more talent. I tried to download the 2026 draft class. It just doesn't show up, which is really annoying. So I guess it's auto-generated rookies, which means I don't really care. And it's the NFL, so it's less important to me to recruit. It's more about actually getting players, making trades, because it's the pros. Now, Bryce Young, you and your big head, 19 TDs, 15 interceptions. You got to get that up to 87.2 pass rate. It's not going to work. We need to fix that. 852 and 8 from Brooks. Mitchell, 497 and 10 TDs as well. 335 though from Bryce Young. Gray was our top receiver, ironically, as a tight end. 834 and 5 TDs. 736 and 5 from Rondell Moore. Cole Hardman Jr., 636 and 1 TD. 576 from Adam Thielen, which is cool to see. Sacks allowed. A couple guys with 7. Looker with 5. 4 from Allen. 3 from Hunt, and then everybody else. So I've seen better blocking, but, we'll take what we can get. Shaq Thompson, 137 tackles, is very good. 74 from Douglas. DJ with 72. 70 from Fuller. 69 from Horn. Nice. And I can see Derek Brown looks like he had a good season. 8.5 sacks for the guy. 5.5 from Clowney. DJ, 4.5. 2.5 from Trevin Wallace. In terms of interceptions, we got 4 from Shaq Thompson. And then a bunch of guys down here with 1. There's your kicking from Cameron Dicker. Your punting, your kick return, and your punt return. So, you guys saw the rankings. 9-8 is actually, again, like I said, need to pass a little bit more. Got to defend a little bit better against the passing. But we are making strides in the right direction. Yeah, look, if we didn't lose the last 2 games of the season, especially that one to the Buccaneers, might be talking about a different outcome this year. So, all right, let's head on to the off-season. So let's look at the Super Bowl recap. It was the Chiefs beating the Eagles. Patrick Mahomes was the Super Bowl MVP. Dak, MVP. Coach of the Year, Zach Taylor. CeeDee Lamb, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, Parsons. Vernon Waters, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Daniel Van Dyke, Defensive Rookie of the Year. So we had Cowboys, Bengals, Cowboys, Saints, and Bengals. Congratulations, though, to the Chiefs. Let's head on to the 3rd season. All right, so we got 8 guys that are up for negotiations. Bryce Young will accept his 5th-year option. I mean, we will. So Clowney is interested in re-signing. We could sign him, give him a little contract. If he wants to sign that, give him a 3-year might be best. I mean, yeah, that's fine. We'd always look to trade him next year. So the rest of these guys, I mean, I'm cool with letting them walk. I mean, I don't mind trying to re-sign Cameron Dicker, the kicker. Give him a little 4-year contract. He wants to test. That's fine. It's whatever. Franchise tag the kicker? Imagine. It's actually not that bad, though, for that. That could be worse. I mean, Ricky Lee. Yeah, I mean, he's interested. I guess we could just keep him. Is a scheme fit. Oh, I almost gave him $60 million. That would be bad. All right, we're gonna give him a 2-year on that. There we go. That's fine. All right. Yeah, Dane Jackson. We'll let him walk. Don't really need him. All right, let's head on to free agency. I didn't show you guys last free agency. I think this one might be better, so I'll show you it. I'll give you a quick glance. I mean, it's gonna be the same every game. It's why I don't really show it. Same every video, because it gets redundant. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great free agency. Best player is a punter. Best guy is a punter, guys. Ugh. Goodness me. All right. All right, so let's view the free agency recap. Made a few signings. Nothing too out of the ordinary. We did get Brandon Aubrey, super new kicker. Mitch Morse, a center. Grover Stewart, defensive tackle. Quandre Diggs, free safety. Yetur Gross-Matos, right end, to be a backup to Derek Brown. And we got Dan Moore, left tackle, as well. So we're gonna make a trade. I have a trade in mind, or I want to make a trade. So let's see if we can make one, and then we'll go on into next season. I mean, I'll show you guys the draft recap, but I'm looking to move my first-round pick, try to get somebody that can help me win next year. All right, we got a done deal here with the Rams. Giving up Robinson and our first-round pick this year. We're getting Fisk from the Rams, as well as 2 third-round picks and a second-round pick. The second-round pick being next year, third-round pick being next year, and a third-round pick this year. So we trade down in the draft, but listen, we get an upgrade at Fisk, and he's got 2 years left. He's younger. We love that move for us. That is a win-now move, I'd say. A more win-now move. Recap, in case you guys want to see who we got. Again, they're all auto-generated players, but here they are. That's who we're adding to the pipelines and on the roster. So let's advance on to the next season. Third season coming up. All right, let's take a look here at the roster. This is where it gets fun. So we've got some good talent. We've got some very good talent. So yeah, we got Bryce Young. Browning's backing him up. Brooks, Mitchell, and Swain's your halfbacks. Gilliam's your fullback still. Rondell Moore, McCall Harmon Jr., and Legagri are top wide receivers. Tight end, it's going to be Noah Gray now, with Jatavion Sanders backing him up. Gwuonu's still our left tackle. Moore's there too. Left guard's going to be Damian Lewis. He's our top guy. Moore's going to be our top center. Allen's backing him up. Probably want a younger center. Hunt is going to be our right guard. And there's our right tackle, David Looker, who we drafted. He's up to a 79. Braden Fisk, we traded for, 85 overall, left end. Right end's going to be Derek Brown. Gross-Matos backing him up in case we get an injury. Grover Stewart, DeAndre Pope, and Greg Gaines, your defensive tackles. So DeAndre Pope was someone that we drafted this year. Davion Clowney, left outside linebacker. DJ Johnson and Browning. Then we got middle linebacker Shaq Thompson, Trevin Wallace. Our top guys. DJ still our top right outside linebacker. And there's Marist as well. And then your corners, Horn, Douglas, and Wilbur, top 3 guys. Clifford's going to be our top strong safety. Free safety, over Quandre Diggs, who we picked up. You know, serves kind of like a mentor, bridge player. And then Fuller, strong safety to start it off. Robinson backing him up. There's kicking for Aubrey, and then punting is still Johnny Hecker. Not too bad. Now, I want to take a look here at the improved team. So we're going to go to improved team. And seems like we're okay at every position, except obviously punting. Maybe we just get a better punter. AJ Cole's a free agent. We could sign AJ Cole. I'm going to do that. I'm going to sign AJ Cole. And I'm just going to move Johnny Hecker because I don't want him. So I don't even know if anyone wants him, but I'll just trade him for a 7th-round pick because someone might want a punter. Who knows? All right, there we go. I traded Johnny Hecker. I had to give him a 6th-round pick in 2029, but we get a 7th-round pick in 2020, and it's 2 7th-rounders, basically. So It's fine. I'll take it. It's not a big deal. Gets Johnny Hacker off my team. I don't need him. So thank you, Bengals. That was it. So let's advance. See what happens. Should be fun. All right, we're at the midseason. There we are, 2-4. Not as great as I wanted to be. All right. So let's take a look and see what the story entails. Because again, we're not as amazing as I'm looking. So yeah, Bryce Young. Yeah, I gotta get a new QB, man. Not gonna work. It's not working out. It's not working out, buddy. It's not working out. This is his last season here. I got to get a better quarterback. Got to upgrade next year. Brooks, at least he's not going to start. That's for sure. Brooks, Mitchell, top running backs there. Okay. 368 and 2 from Moore. Hardman Jr., 295 and 1. I mean, our receivers don't look that great because Bryce Young can't throw a friggin' football. So, we had 10 sacks allowed. So, we're doing all right blocking. Tackles, Shaq Thompson, 35 so far, 31 from Wallace. Wilbur, 25, 24 from Clowney. And Fisk, who's got 5.5 sacks already, so that's good to see. And 1 from Stewart and Brown. Interception leaders, just 1 from Douglas so far. So, kicking. Brayden Aubrey's been perfect. Punting. Kick return. Punt return. Very nice. So, yeah, we're 2-4. And, I mean, honestly, if I could trade for a quarterback now, I might. I actually might just trade for a QB now if I can. It's like, we probably need to. I mean, we won against San Francisco. We didn't win. We'd be 1-5, so good thing we won. And, Buccaneers are 2-5, so we should be able to beat them. We might have an easier, maybe we had a hard schedule, who knows, but I'm going to look around for quarterbacks. If I can't find one this year, I'm definitely going to find one to do next season. But we are defending very well. Yeah, our offense is just brutal. So, yeah, it's time for me to get a better QB. I think I got to get a better QB. So I'm going to look around, see who's out there. Get 6 players up for negotiations. I'd like to re-sign a couple of these guys here. So if we can re-sign, we should. So, first move I'm making, I'm getting another first-round pick from the Patriots, pick 11 this year. Trading with a second and third, future second, a 5th, 7th, and a 6th rounder. Yeah, so now we have 3 first-round picks, or 2 first-round picks? Yeah, 2 first-round picks. That's why I traded for the first-rounder. So we traded 3 first-round picks, a second and 2/3 to the 49ers for Brock Purdy. Easy Mare QB. Also got a 4th-round pick this year, 5th-round pick, and 2 7ths. So, there we go. We're making money moves. Brock Purdy coming over to the Panthers. Does it make sense? No. Is it a video game? Yes. If the game says yes, the game says yes. All right. I don't know how we'll do the rest of this year, but I definitely think next year is where we're going to start making the postseason for sure. But maybe this year, who knows? We have a really good second half of the year. All right, so the season ended, and we were 9-8, so we did not make the playoffs. We're close, but no cigar. About the same as we were last year, I think. So, took a little bit of a step in the wrong direction, but it's all right. Listen, actually, we're about the same. We didn't take a step anywhere. We're fighting for that wild card. Next year is our year. We're going to make the playoffs for sure. The playoffs, postseason, whatever we're going to call it. See mid-rankings, defensive points per game. A little high, but it's all good. Let's take a look at the stats. Purdy was better than Bryce Young. So, yeah, Bryce Young, probably going to trade him and maybe recuperate some of my draft capital. So that's something that's probably going to end up happening in the offseason. Just has not worked out with him. In terms of rushing, 601, 9 TDs from Brooks, Mitchell, 414 and 6. So that's nice to see. 336 there from Purdy. McCole Harbin Jr., 1,012 yards, 3 TDs, 838 and 5 from Rondell Moore. Noah Gray, 609 and 2, 396 and 3 from Xavier Legette. So looks better on that And Damian Lewis, 10 sacks allowed. A little too high. Kwonu, not A with 8. 5 from Looker. Hunt and Morris, 3 apiece. 105 tackles from Shaq Thompson. Trevin with 85. JC with 79. Douglas, 71. Wilburn, Fisk, 67. I can see 10.5 sacks there from Braden Fisk. He was a good pickup there. And Derek Brown, 8.5 on the other end. So that's very nice to see. In terms of interceptions, Roger Douglas, 3 interceptions, 2 from Thompson and Wallace. Fuller and Horn with 1 apiece. There's your kicking, punting, kick, and punt returns. All right. So we already saw the stats and all that fun stuff. We can look at the awards. I don't usually do this here. But yeah, Dak Prescott, MVP. Coach of the Year. Andy Reid. Yeah, that's all they show. They don't show the offensive, defensive, all those guys until at the end. So that's why I don't look at the awards. But alright, let's advance on to the offseason. See who wins the Super Bowl. Try to see if we can make a little bit more moves in free agency. Try to trade Bryce Young to get some draft capital back, or maybe a player, who knows. And then we'll head on to the 4th season. I'm thinking I'm going to do 5, because this has actually been relatively quick recording, so sweet. Alright, let's do the awards and the recap. So the Dolphins ended up winning the championship over the Cowboys. Javon Holland was the Super Bowl MVP. And like I said, we already said Dak and Andy Reid. But also Dak, Offense Player of the Year. Defense Player of the Year was Max Crosby. DeAndre Stallings. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year was Mac Madden. Cowboys, Chiefs, Cowboys, Raiders, Patriots, Lions, respectively for the teams. Now let's head on to the off-season negotiations. We've got 6 guys available. We'll see if we can maybe keep some of them. Some of you guys might just let test. Oh, yes, I want to accept Xavier. So that should be fine. Douglas, if we can keep him around. Problem is we're going to have to restructure some contracts. So let me do that first. And then we're going to try to see if we can keep some of these guys around. And maybe have a little bit of money left over in free agency to kind of just, make ourselves just a little bit better as well. Just some small tweaks. So let me do that, and then we'll head on to free agency. Should be fun from there. All right, so we're going to let a couple guys test here. I tried to get AJ Cole back. He didn't want to take my contract. I ended up just franchise tagging for a cheap deal. I'm going to look to also trade Bryce Young as well to see if I can get some talent for him, whether that be draft capital or, like I said, some other players. So I'm going to look around in the market just in terms of free agency. Let's see what we have here. This is a pretty good class, so we're going to try to see if we can maybe sign one of these guys to make our team better. So let's see if we can do that. All right, I traded Bryce Young to the Broncos. We got Cosgrove and Franklin, tight end. Young tight end fits our scheme, as well as another wide receiver in Franklin, and a 4th and 5th round pick this year to get rid of Bryce Young. All right, so let's view free agency recap here, and as you can see, we got a few guys. Obviously, made the trade, but we got Travarius Ward, a big corner. Now, that's a nice pickup for us. We got Connor Williams as well to improve the offensive line, Kendrick Green, and then Cameron Young, just another defensive tackle. So not a bad class of signings, I would say. Of course, the trade we made, I like our chances. Of course, we're going to the draft. We'll see what we can get there just to kind of round out the team. I'll see you guys at the off-season, the draft recap. I'll make my moves there, and we'll see what we get. So, in case you guys are curious about the random players you drafted, here they all are. So, nothing too wild, but just to kind of round out the team, this is who we ended up getting. So, very nice. Let's head on to the 4th season of the video. Take a look here at the roster. I feel like this is our season where I feel like we should be able to make the playoffs. So if we take a look at the rosters here, and you'll see about Purdy, Browning, and Ford, which I'd say is pretty solid. Halfbacks Brooks and Swain. Fullback still Reggie Gilliam. We've got Rondell Moore, McCall Harmon Jr., Xavier Leggett, top 3 wide receivers. Also, Troy Franklin's there now. So, I mean, there's some talent here for sure. Sam Cosgrove to be our tight end. Noah Gray. And then Jatavion Sanders. Then we have Ikwonu still at left tackle starting. Dan Moore's backing him up. We've got Damian Lewis as our left guard. Kendrick Green's backing him up. Center's going to be Connor Williams, which is cool. Robert Hunt's still going to be our right guard. Looker is going to be our right tackle still, so that's nice to see. Braden Fisk, left end. Right end, Derek Brown, so that's good. Very good. Hills is backing him up. Then we got DeAndre Pope, 78 overall. Then we have Jadeveon Clowney. Probably going to have to get myself a better left outside linebacker in the final season just because Clowney is getting up there in age. Maybe we move him. We'll see. Trevin Wallace is going to be our middle linebacker, as well as Shaq Thompson, who's also getting up there in age a little bit too. There's your right outside linebacker. Marist is getting up there, but still DJ is the starter. Then Travarius Ward, J.C. Horn, and Roswell Douglas are our top 3 corners, so I like that a lot. Gordon Clifford's going to be our free safety. Strong safety is Jordan Fuller, and then kicking and punting like that. So it's good stuff. Aubrey and Cole. I feel like we're going to be a pretty solid team, so I mean, we have to see what happens in the sim, but that's what we're going to do. Don't think there's any other moves we need to make. It's improved team. I mean, we're kind of low on money anyway if we even wanted to make some moves, so I think we're kind of just going to keep the team as is. I mean, maybe defensive tackle. Can we sign somebody that didn't get signed, or probably not? Okay. Any strong safeties? No. Yeah, left outside linebackers. I mean, Jonathan Cooper. Do you want to pick him up? We could, for one season, I guess, sign him. Why not? Just add him to the team. Might as well do that. Doesn't make us a huge improvement, but I guess it helps us out, you know, in the slightest a bit. Alright, yeah, I think that's good there. So, I'll see you guys once I have another update for you. I feel like the team is in pretty good shape. As I expected, we are 5-2, so the team is doing much better this season. You guys can take a look at the rankings. Offensive points per game, 21.4, 16th ranked in the NFL, 18th in offensive pass yards, and then 9th in rush yards. Points per game on defense, 5th, 6th, and 9th pass yards and rush yards. So we're looking much better on that end. Much better on that end. So let's take a look here at the stats and awards just to see what the team is dealing with here. And I mean, Purdy's been better than Bryce Young, so it's an improvement. 6 TDs, 1 interception, 60% completion percentage, 94.3 passer rating. It's better. Not amazing, but not too bad. It's pretty good. Definitely pretty good. So Brooks, 423 and 4 TDs, so he's looking good. And the rush, in terms of receiving, Rondell Moore, 355 and 1 TD, 287 and 1 from Leggett. Hardman Jr., 270 and 2, 252 and 2 from Sam Cosgrove. In terms of sacks, we've got 6 allowed from Looker so far, so hopefully he doesn't allow too many more. And the rest of the guys there looking good on the blocking side. Tackles, Trevin Wallace, 39 so far, 34 from Clifford, Fuller with 33, 29 from Horn, Brown with 27 as well as Cooper, Marist and Douglas, 22 apiece. Sacks, Derek Brown with 5 already, 4 from Cooper, 2 from Fisk and Hills, and a few guys down here with 1. You see the interceptions, just 4 as a team so far. Douglas with 2, Fuller and Clifford 1 apiece. Aubrey hasn't missed a kick or an extra point, and then there's punting from Cole. So far, so good. Like I said, we're 5-2. Let's see if we can kind of keep it that way. We're just going to keep trying to win games. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Lost last week to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is annoying. But if we take a look here at the standings, I'm just going to double check here. I want to make sure that we're in decent shape. Yeah, because of that loss, the the Buccaneers are also 5-2 and have the advantage over us because of that. Nevertheless, I think we should be able to make the postseason, the playoffs, whatever you want to call it. So let's hope to do that. We got some players ready for negotiations. I don't have money, so we're gonna have to do some contract reconstruction, which we'll do in the off season, I guess, maybe, or in a little bit. And a couple guys here have options like Looker, so we're just gonna accept his option. But yeah, everybody else here, I'd kind of want to keep around some of these guys for sure, and then run it back in our fifth and final season next year too. Some good news here in the NFC South, 11-6. You actually can see the standings right here. Yeah, we are 11-6, which is wonderful. In the wild card game, we're gonna have to take on Dallas. That's a tough matchup for us, but as you can see, they have the advantage over every stat except for opponent rush and rush yards. But we're close with opponent's points per game. I mean, it's gonna be a tough one. We're gonna hop on in the Super Sim. Before we do that, though, let's take a look here at the stats and awards. More so the stats. Purdy ended up doing all right. Not too bad of a season for him. 3,270 yards, 23 TDs, 3 interceptions, 65% completion percentage, 190.7 yards per game, 105.8 passer rating. Brooks, 1,147 yards, 14 TDs. He had a great year. Purdy. There's Gilliam, Swain as well. On the rush, 878, 1 TD from Rondale Moore, 783 and 4 from Xavier, McCole Harbin Jr., 704 and 10, 565 and 2 from Sam Cosgrove, which is what you love to see. Sacks allowed, Kwon with 11, a little too much. 8 from Looker, 5 from Williams, 4 from Lewis, and 2 from Hunt, but okay. Be a little bit better on the blocking side. Wallace, 110 tackles, lead the team. 81 from Horn, Fuller with 78, 76 from Marist, Derek Brown 72, as well as Jonathan Cooper with 72. I could see sacks, 12 from Cooper, so he was a good pick up there. 10 from Brown, Fisk 9, 5 from Hills, 4 from Marist, a couple guys with 1, and a few guys here with half sacks. 3 interceptions from Roswell Douglas to lead the team, 2 from Ward, and a bunch of guys down here with 1. And here's your kicking from Aubrey and your punting from AJ Cole. Not too bad. So obviously, yeah, you see offensive yards, we were 13th, defensive yards 20th. So you already saw the matchups and the total yards right there. And again, we got the Cowboys, the playoff picture, we'll take a look at it. And Bears got the bye, Jaguars got the bye. We're right here, so hopefully we could beat them. We're going to hop onto the Super Sim and try to beat them. There's no guarantee, though. So let's hop on to it. So we're going to play... Well, we're going to play full game, I guess, but we're really just going to hop on into the Super Sim. So we're going to see what happens here. All right. It's like I said, we're slightly at a disadvantage overall-wise. They don't show the other ones on this screen, which is interesting, but that's okay. Let's also, we're home team. Let's ready up and hop on to the Super Sim. Here we are. We're about to hop on into the Super Sim. We're going to jump ahead to the end of the game. And I'm curious to see if the scoreboard's going to glitch out here like it did in EA Sports College Football. At least it started to do that now. So, first blood's going to go to Dallas. They're up 3-0. Going into the second quarter, we're down 10-0. We're going to score there, make it 10-7. Going to half, it is 10-7. Now 17-7 Dallas. 24-7. Fourth quarter. Got to get a stop there. Can't. And we're going to end up losing this game 31-14 because our team could not play a lick-a-dee. That's unfortunate. But nevertheless, it was a good season. Better season than... Well, actually, we've had some good seasons. Just missed out on the playoffs a couple times, a couple years in a row. I think next year, though, we will have some improvements, and hopefully next year is our year where we make a nice run. As you can see, yeah, Purdy, 1 TD, 295 yards, 58.5 completion percentage. Not quite going to work for us, so... and I guess Dallas is just a little too good in the sim. All right, so let's take a look here who won the Super Bowl. Looks like Jacksonville ended up beating Dallas 16-9. Trevor Lawrence was the Super Bowl MVP. And as you can see, NFL MVP was Lamar Jackson. Dave Canales, our coach, was Coach of the Year, so congratulations to him. And then we had Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Aiden Hutchinson on the Lions. Patriots, Marquise McKenzie, Offensive Rookie of the Year. And the Defensive Rookie of the Year on the Commanders was Gerard Blanton. So there you go. Those are the awards. We got one more season to go. This is the fifth and final one. So we're going to do 5 here on out. So let's hop onto the offseason, try to improve this team a little bit more. So we got some guys here that need to be re-upped. So we're going to try to see if we can re-up set guys. Well, Looker is a 5th option, so we should be okay keeping him around. And as for everybody else here, we're going to try to see if we can keep him around. I'm going to restructure some contracts here. That way we'll have a little bit more cap room, and maybe we could pick up somebody in free agency. I don't think we'll be able to do that. It's mainly going to be mostly re-signing our guys, so let's do that. I'll reconstruct and see who we end up keeping and who ends up getting test, and then we'll maybe do something in free agency. All right, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to re-sign some of these guys here. I'm over the cap, which is okay. But yeah, I basically got a lot of our guys back, which is cool. In terms of trades, obviously now to make moves, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Obviously free agency, not going to be able to sign too many guys, if any at all. But we're going to advance just to see who is there. I mean, we could try to do some contract structure, somehow free up money, but I don't see that happening. Any good free agents out there? Let's view free agents. Is it a good class? Some good players here. Some good players. Obviously, I'd like to get AJ Cole on my team, but I don't know if he'll be back. Maybe he won't get signed, though. Who knows? I was able to sign him last year pretty easily, or 1 year. So, we'll see. I'm going to have to get a punter and stuff, but I don't know if there's any trades we can make or any contracts I could restructure to kind of free up some money. But I'm going to try to look around and see what we need, and maybe we'll just have to kind of improve a little bit through the draft. Unfortunately, because I didn't have any money, I didn't have anybody to sign. So, yeah, we're just going to go to the draft. I'm going to do my drafting, see if there's anybody out there we could pick up to kind of improve the team. I'll show you guys the recap, and then, yeah, we'll go on from there. Look at that. They still have the same cutscene every time. Very nice. At the draft recap here, so we ended up getting a few guys here like Swan, got Allen, Gordon, Newsome, Campbell, Peterson, Wooden. So just 6 guys coming onto the team. And yeah, I mean, this pretty much the roster we have now is going to be our team going into next season. So I'll show you guys the squad and we'll see how we do. So the 5th and final season, let's take a look here at the roster that we're dealing with. And listen, there is some talent on this team for sure. Purdy's going to be our QB. We've got Brooks, Swain, Newsome, halfbacks, no fullbacks, wide receiver Moore, Leggett, Hardman Jr. We also have Franklin up there, Gerald Booker who we drafted, so we're decent on that position. Cosgrove and Gray is our tight ends. Left tackle is going to be Ekwonu still with Truman backing him up. Left guard, we've got Luke Feldman and then Kendrick Green, and then Connor Williams will be our center. Hunt, still our right guard, so that's cool to see. Right tackle is going to be Looker. He's up to an 84 overall. Fisk is a 90, so that's good to see. You've got Derek Brown, 93, so that's wonderful. DeAndre Pope, 79 overall. Then we also have Cameron Young, Irving, Campbell, Cooper, Duke, and Browning, your left outside linebackers. And Cooper's hurt right now, so that's unfortunate. So it looks like Duke's going to be left outside linebacker. Middle linebacker, Wallace and Humphrey. And then we got Nick Wall. Right outside linebacker, Connor Martin and Alan Gordon. In terms of corners, Horn, Ward, and then Douglas is still here around, chilling. James Wilbur might overtake him as the third best corner. Clifford's at an 80, and we've got Fuller and Swan, who we drafted this year. Kicking is Aubrey, and then we need a punter. So we need a punter and a fullback. I don't know if we could sign both of those guys, but we're going to try to see what we have in free agency. If we have any money, probably not. I mean, there he is, AJ Cole. Can't sign him because I don't have any money. I need a fullback. Can't sign him because I don't have any money. There's Gilliam as well, like I said. Can't sign him. Both scheme fits, but we can't keep him around. Unless I can restructure contracts, which if I can, I'm going to do that now. if there's any contracts I can reconstruct. So we'll see if I can do that or not. Probably not, because I already did it. So yeah, I guess the game's just gonna assign us. Yeah, I mean, that's not gonna do it. I guess the game's just gonna assign us a kicker, or just Aubrey could punt, I guess, too. I don't know. But yeah, all right, we'll just see how we do. I mean, either way, we're gonna be a good team this year, I'd say. Hopefully, at least. So I'll see you guys once at the midseason, or maybe before if I can make a trade, but unlikely to happen since, like I said, I'm way over the cap. All right, so we're at the midseason right now. We're 3-4. Not great. But as you can see, the stats there. Our pass yards per game is 32nd. Yikes. Okay, we got the Bears this week. We have any injuries? I gotta take a look and see if we have any guys hurt. So we'll go to roster, see if we have the injuries. I'm curious because we did get off to a weird start. Okay, no, not anymore. All right, let's see what the stats are looking like. We've been playing better as of late, but we got off to a horrible start on the season. Purdy's been solid. 14 TDs, no interceptions, 115 wide passer rating. I would say that's pretty good. Brooks running 375, 4, 47, no TDs from Purdy. Swain 129 and 2. Receiving wise, Hardman Jr. He's got 322 and 5 TDs, 337 and 4 from Sam Cosgrove, 317 and 3 from Xavier Legette. Rondell Moore 266 and 1 TD. Sack-wise, 5 from Ikwonu, 2 from Williams, and 1 from Looker. So far, all right. Hopefully, Ikwonu could be a little bit better. Tackles, 55 from Wallace, lead the team, 38 from Ward. Fuller, 34, 31 from Horn. 29 from Wilbur. Clifford, 27. Okay. Sacks, 4 from Pope so far, so that's good to see. 3.5 from Derek Brown, 2 from Cooper and Fisk. A bunch of guys with 1. Interceptions, 5 as a team so far. Swan and Horn each with 2 apiece. And then you got Trevin Wallace with 1. Aubrey's kicking, 6-9 this year. Then we got Morgan Sheets as our punter. And then there's your kick return and punt return. So 15th in offensive yards. I mean, you guys saw that. That's what we've got going for us. So let's look at the rankings just to get a glance. Where are we? Yeah. Just got to be better defensively. It's really what it comes down to. Obviously, being 3-4 right now isn't ideal in the NFC South. So we're just going to have to try to win some football games the rest of the season. Can we do it? Maybe. I feel like our team is pretty talented. We got a trade offer here from Franklin. We can review it. But I don't think we even make trades. Nor would I want to make these trades. I mean, I guess I could get Tyler Scott from the Seahawks and 2 7s. Like, does that make me better? I mean, maybe. Or we could go with the Broncos and get Andrew Phillips. Let's see the Broncos deal here. Don't want to do that. I'd have to see. Let me see my depth chart again. Is Franklin one of my top 3 receivers right now? Because if he's not, he's not. So we can get a corner. But do I need a corner? It's not letting me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it wasn't letting me do this. Let me go to corners. I mean, I guess we could use a 5th corner. I feel like we're a little. We're stronger on wide receiver, although not really in a way. It's 4th guy. I don't know. I think we're fine. I think we're kind of just going to keep the team as is. Yeah, I'm just going to rock with the squad. Plus, I'm curious to see if we can sign any free agents. I don't think we can. Plus, how could we make that trade if... You know what I mean? Like, how are we able to make that trade? I don't know, but... Yeah, we're over the cap, so... Yeah. Either way, we're just going to hop on to the rest of the sim. I don't have any moves to make. I'm not going to make any trades. Keep the team as is and see if we can win out the rest of the season. Well, maybe not rest of the season, but just a fair big portion of it. to try to get to the playoffs. Ended up going 10-7, and we did make the playoffs. I mean, you guys can see, in terms of the standings in the NFC, not amazing. A lot of teams were 11-6, 10-7. Yeah, like nobody was really that dominant, and then nobody was like super horrible either, which is weird. So let's take a look here at the stats on the season. Yeah, I would have liked us to have been a bit better than 10-7, but we got off to a pretty slow start. Purdy ended up having a good year, 3,424 yards, 24 TDs, 3 interceptions, 106.7 passer rating. Rush-wise, 958-10 from Brooks. Swain, 337-7, 324-3 from Purdy. Receiving-wise, 813-7 from Leggett to lead, 803-7 from Hardman. He was up there, 75-5 from Crossgrove. Rondell Moore, 643-2. Sacks allowed. My man's won it with 14 allowed. That's a lot. And he even missed a game to boot, but Wallace led the team in tackles, 117 of those things, 82 from Ward, 73 from Swan, J.C. Horn, 71, a couple guys with 62. And then we got sack leaders, 9 apiece between Brown and Fisk, 6 from Cooper, 5 from DeAndre Pope. And the list goes down from there. Interceptions, we did pretty solid on that. 4 from Horn, 3 from Wallace and Swan, 2 from Ward and Wilbur, and then 1 from Clifford. Aubrey's kicking, he was 80%, slightly over 80%, I guess. Morgan Sheets punting, then you kick return and punt return. All right. So the matchup is against Atlanta. So if we look at Atlanta, we have the advantage on points per game and pass yards. They've got the rush advantage and the opponent's points per game, the pass yards, rush, and passing. Yeah, opponents. So we're in for a tough one. We are in for a tough one against the Falcons. I mean, this season can end right here. We could basically, the video could end right here. We basically just end up being like very mid in the sense of we had some good records, didn't make the playoffs, made the playoffs last year, lost in the wild card, and then again losing the wild card. I would hope not, but you know, we're gonna see what happens, and hopefully we can win. I'm gonna go to the Super Sim obviously because that's just the more enjoyable way to, you know, maybe hop on in and see anything kind of crazy. We're about to hop on into the Super Sim and hopefully win. That's the goal, I guess, right? So we're going to jump ahead to the end of the game and see what happens. First blood will go to us. We're up 7-0. They're going to tie it up, make it 7-7. We're up 14-7. And we're up 21-7, 28-7. It's a blowout right now. 35-7, 35-14, 42-14, 42-21. And they're going to score again 42-28, and that's going to be the game. Didn't even have to hop on in to watch. So we do get a wild card victory, which is huge. It's 42-28 for the Panthers over the Falcons. And we're just shaking hands with Coach, I guess. I mean, you know, Purdy had a good game. He had 2 TDs. 316 yards, 82.9% completion percentage over Michael Penix Jr. 4 TDs, 363 yards, 16.9 completion percentage. So we advance on to the divisional. Let's see who we're taking on. All right, so this week we've got the Seahawks. They were 8-9 on the season. And if we look at their rankings here, I mean, we have the advantage on offensive points per game. They have the advantage in pass yards. We beat them in rush yards and opponents' points per game. They got us in pass yards and then rush yards. We have them. So it'll be an interesting matchup. We're going to hop on into the Super Sim, see if we beat Seattle. I think they're the home team, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they are. We're at Lumen Field, so we're going to go in there and try to win a tough one. We did it in Atlanta. Let's see if we do it in Seattle. So we're hopping on into the divisional. We're going to see if we can beat the Seahawks here. And let's see what happens. Wanted to go to the Super Sim. Thank you to do that. So we're going to jump forward to the end of the game and see what happens. So starting off, first blood, we'll go to Seattle. They're up 9-0. We're going to make it 9-7. And they're going to go up 16-7, 16-10 now in the third quarter. We go up 17. Now it's 24-17. Tied it up. We have a good one here. We're going to take the lead. They're going to tie it and take the lead. We're going to go a 51-yard field goal. We have 34-34. We're going to hop on him with a minute 25 to go here. I wanted to hop on him a little bit quicker, but we didn't get to do that. And, all right, we take him down there. So, might be going to OT, might not be. We shall see. It remains to be seen. DK Metcalf there, 7 receptions, all that fun stuff. Okay. So, we just got to play a little bit of defense. Can we do it? I'm curious to see if the hopping on in is as crazy as college football. Okay, they're going to call a timeout. Minute 16. So, 2nd and 3. Let's see if our defense can get a stop. Change the zoom, gameplay camera. That's a first down. And clock is going to run. A minute to go. See if we can get a big... Oh, that was good D. Good D. 52 seconds. Target yard line, I can't speak, is 41 yards. So they are close to it, but not quite there. 2nd and 10. We need a big stop here. Can we do it? Ooh, over his head. 3rd and 10. Good D there from our guys. Let's see if they're going to convert this 4th down. If they don't convert, we have a chance to maybe get into field goal range. I don't want to jinx ourselves. A sack here would be huge. We didn't get it, but that's okay. We forced him out of bounds. 4th and 10. And they're going to have to punt here with 42 seconds, which means we're going to have a chance here to potentially win this game with a field goal. Or maybe we'll go to overtime. I don't know yet. We haven't really figured that one out. All right, and in terms of a run, that was pretty bad. Pretty bad punt return there. All right, so with 32 seconds, I mean, looks like we're most likely going to go to overtime. I also don't know why there are 2 lines there. 28 seconds. We have all of our times, 2 times. Yeah, why are there 2 lines there? That's very confusing. Oh, maybe that's for the defense. I don't know. Looks kind of weird, though. Purdy on a wild throw. Somehow, he caught that for a touchdown. That was an unbelievable throw. He was literally off balance and somehow flung that to Leggett. Who somehow caught that behind him. That's broken. Okay. See, I'm not used to that. I forgot about that. Because I've been so used to playing college football where everything is like a pick or a drop. And I'm not used to seeing insane plays like that. Okay, so... Wow. What a drive that was. And we somehow got a touchdown out of that. So that is really good. Was not expecting that whatsoever. So now we just got to play a little bit of defense here and prevent them from scoring a touchdown. So 17 seconds. That was a big play right there. I am surprised beyond belief that we got to see that and witness it. And all right, they got a good amount of yardage there. 12 seconds to go. They're basically halfway there. What? Oh, that was. I was like, what the fuck was that noise? That was the thing. All right. Ooh, almost. All right, 8 seconds. 2nd and 10. The sound effect on my controller was like, what the hell was that? 8 seconds to go. Got 1 timeout left. Let's see. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Oh, he's launching it. And that is an interception for us. And we end up winning this football game 41-34 in the divisional, which means we are going on to the conference championship game. Oh, what a game that was. That was a pretty intense Super Sim hop on, and I gotta say, shout out to the guys for getting the job done in Seattle. Clutching out Brock Purdy, 3 TDs, 334 yards, 72.7% completion percentage. Courtney Watson, 2 TDs, 344 yards, and a 62.2% completion percentage. We win the game by 7. All right, so we got Dallas in the conference championship. Now, we are the home team. Same record, though. They got the slight advantage on offense. Our defense. Yeah, and we have it on offense. Overall wise, they have it. But let's take a look here. So, yeah, they're a pretty good offensive team. And also, they're a good defensive team for the most part, too. The only advantage we have is rush yards. Everything else, they kind of got the advantage in. So, should be fun. Should be going to be a tough matchup. Let's see what the Super Sim brings us. Here we are in the Super Sim. This is where the money is made. So, we're going to go to the Super Sim, jump fast forward to the end of the game, and see what happens. So, starting off first quarter, we're going to take first blood on Dallas 7-0. End of the first quarter. Going to the second quarter, we're up 14-0. Dallas going to score there, make it 14-7. And going to the half, it's 14-10. We're going to make it 21-10 here. And it is 28-10, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, we're blowing them out. 35-17. And there we go. We blew them out, and we are going to the Super Bowl in season number 5. As the team has put it together and has put up together a pretty good run. And I don't know who we're going to be taking on in the Super Bowl. But Brock Purdy, man, he's a legend. 3 TDs, 294 yards, 75% completion percentage. Out-dueled Dak Prescott. And, yeah, we go on to the Super Bowl. Let's see. Can we win a Super Bowl in our final season? Let's find out. Super Bowl's here. And we got the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl. You can see where they have the advantage and where we have the advantage. It's an interesting matchup, I will say. They were 8-9 on the season, and they're in the Super Bowl. Look at that. They do have the talent advantage over us, so I mean, it could be a win. They were playing in Tampa Bay. We'll see what happens here. We're gonna hop on in. Maybe if it's a close one, we can see. Maybe it's not a close one. We just blow them out, or maybe we get blown out. Hopefully, we don't get blown out. So, yeah, let's advance. Not advance. Sorry, we're gonna almost advance past it. That would have been bad. We're gonna play. We're gonna play the Super Bowl. Go to the Super Sim, and like I said, hopefully beat them. All right, here we are in the Super Bowl, and we're gonna fast forward to the end of the game and see what happens here. Can we get ourselves a Super Bowl victory in our final season? Well, starting it off, we take a 7-0 lead. They're gonna tie it up. And we're going to take a 14-7 lead. They're going to tie it up. Going in the second half, it is 14-14. They're going to take a 21-14 lead. Fourth quarter, we're going to tie it up. We're going to go normal speed here, okay, really quickly. I may have to hop on in. Ooh, 34-yard punt. Fair catch. You need your reception there. 2nd and 8, 3rd and 4. That's not good. Can't convert. That is embarrassing. So now we got to punt it. All right, 50-yard on your punt. Just going normal sim here, speed. All right, 2-yard loss. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 12. And a great sack there by Derrick Brown. They got to punt again. 4:24 to go. Oh, 1-yard punt return. Just call a fair catch at that point. 1-yard rush, Brock Purdy, 2nd, 9. 3rd and 1. Please get a first down here. Oh my gosh, we're going to lose this football game, aren't we? I have this weird feeling that we're going to lose by 3. 14 yards. All right, we're going to hop on in, I think. Oh boy, yep, we're definitely going to lose this game. All right, we're a minute 1 to go. We're literally going to lose by a field goal. I already know the plan here for EA. They caught that. Yeah, 48 seconds. Yeah, they're in field goal range right here. We're going to literally lose by a field goal. Unless we somehow pick this. Get a sack. Get a sack. Get a sack. No way. No way, dude. No way. That is so unfortunate. Well, now they might score a touchdown. Somehow force a fumble. That would be insane. Okay, they're just going to... Yeah, they're going to win it here. On a field goal. Unless we somehow return this. Man, if they miss this field goal, that would be insane. No, they're not going to. Yeah, it's 24-21. Of course, we're going to lose on a field goal. Man, our team just could not... the last 2 drives we had were absolutely embarrassing. Let's see. Take the knee. All right. 30-yard line. 1 play left. 2 seconds. Does Purdy have a miracle in him? No, he does not. He just got completely sacked. And that's how we lose the game. A field goal and a sack. Oh, I can't believe it. I thought we had that game, man. I really did. As the Ravens win the Super Bowl. That is very unfortunate. And in our final season, too, to boot. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Okay. Well, let's just look at the recap and then close out the video. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done. We were so close, yet... Well, actually, not even so far. We literally lost by a field goal like I said we would. Mahomes, Harborough, CD Lamb, Max Crosby, Tyron Wimbley, and Quincy Clinton. You get to see the positions. Chiefs, Chargers, Cowboys, Raiders, Chiefs, Eagles, respectively. So, with that all being said, full screen and close it out. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment down below some more video to give it our socials, play the second channel and main channel down below in the description if you get the content for TJP. So yeah, we're just going to alternate between NFC, AFC. Yeah, definitely a learning experience trying to figure out the UI and all that. So with time, we'll be a little bit more smooth. But like I said, we built a solid team. I thought we had a good team. We had a good chance to win the Super Bowl there in our final season. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the job done. But we didn't have any horrible seasons, really, like super duper horrible. So who knows? Maybe the Panthers will get back to relevance in a few years. But they won't trade for Brock Purdy. That was just me doing the funny. So, all right. That's it for me. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Peace.